Hello, YouTube Let's Play. Welcome back to another OTA patch notes for Marvel Snap. I am a Marvel Snap creator, so I get them a little bit early, and that's why they're in a little PDF like this. These are the balance updates for April 4th. That's when it's scheduled to go live. I have some food here because I got this, and I needed to make some lunch before. I need a little before gym snack, so I got a protein shake and a Cliff Bar. But let's go over the OTA patch notes of Marvel Snap. Let's see what's getting changed. I have not looked at these yet, so everything is also new to me. Let's do it. Sorry if I'm eating. I'm hungry, and I only got so much time in a day. All right. We've got a solid handful of high-impact changes to the metagame coming between this OTA and our next patch. Pull out your cauldrons. It's time to brew. All right. So Thanos, at the start of the game, shuffle the 6 Infinity Stones into your deck. New, starts in your opening hand and shuffles the 6 Infinity Stones into your deck. Given the consistent and dominant performance of Thanos, additional changes were inevitable. This is the first stage of a larger range of adjustments we're going to make to the Thanos and Infinity Stones package. Our goal is to focus more heavily on the Mad Titan, with the expectation that narrowing the overall flexibility of Thanos decks will reduce how often these decks take heavy advantage of powerful new cards aimed at other strategies. This may be a more damaging change than you expect to the current builds, as Thanos has almost always claimed the highest win rate in the game when not drawn. I will say, I don't view this as being that big of a change. I don't view it that big, to be honest. I don't think that's a good change. Because you still have the 6 Infinity Stones in your deck. You're probably going to pull them exactly the same. Unless you can't get the Infinity Stones in your first hand, then maybe that's a little bit better. Because this says at the start of the game, you shuffle the 6 Infinity Stones. But this one starts in your opening hand and then shuffles the 6 Infinity Stones. So if the Infinity Stones can't get drawn until turn 2, I think that's better to make sure Thanos isn't mega meta game compared to this, but we will see. I assume they come on turn 2, so I will assume good change. Time Stone. On reveal, draw a card and give it -1 cost. On reveal, give Thanos -1 cost next turn, draw a card. So Thanos becomes a 5 cost. Okay. That's a good change. The Time Stone was kind of annoying. We were pursuing changes to move more than one of the stones, but because we're not ready to execute on those just yet, we're taking an even heavier hand with the Time Stone for now. Our last change also did very little to the actual win rate of the card, and we'd rather not miss again. It's possible we'll return some strength in the future as other stones change, though we intend to keep the focus on Thanos as discussed above. Okay? Okay? I don't know why we still have to draw a card. Why not just make Thanos cost 1 less? Why do all these stones need to draw a card? Can't we just have Thanos cost 1 less? Get rid of the draw a card. That's pretty good. Maybe I'm just a coward. Just get rid of the draw a card. Yeah, but then nobody would play it. If you do that, nobody would play it. So I guess, yeah, okay. Meek. Ooh, I like the Meek change they did last time. So let's see what they do this time. When you discard this, gains +1 power and can move next turn. 1-1, 1-0. Ooh, they're nerfing discard. We adjusted Apocalypse slightly in the last patch to tone down discard decks a little, and it had the desired effect on Apocalypse. However, Meek has since surged out in front of the back of a previous adjustment, and has by far been the best win rate in these decks now. That's especially concerning for a 1-cost card, because we measure win rate when drawn, and turn 1 is the least common turn on which to draw a card, ignoring Limbo. This kind of performance, in spite of theoretically being much less effective to draw on turns 4, 5, and 6, is a strong indicator we should remove some power or increase the cost, and we would prefer the former. Okay. I'm on par with that change, removing some power. Because if they play it right, you can still get an insanely busted Apocalypse or an insanely busted Meek in this rate. I've gotten a 40 powered Apocalypse on, with this change. I think if game went to 7, and I might have had Dracula and Wong, but good change with Meek. Good change. Small, but effective. Crossbones, a character nobody uses. Sorry, I'm blocking it a little bit. Nobody uses Crossbones. I'll read it all. Don't worry. Old 4-8. You can only play this at locations where you are winning. Oh, they just gave him two extra power. I'm okay with that. That's a pretty good change. Makes him more effective. For a 4 cost, that's pretty strong, though. But this also makes it so you can get Shang-Chi'd, which is a little scary. There's been a lot of debate around which downside is stronger or weaker between Crossbones and Cole Obsidian. We've decided to let you all settle it in the streets. Either way, this is probably Cole's game to lose, just because there are multiple good decks where Cole already shines, but it'll be fun finding out. Plus, we'd like to add a little bit more support for Scar. More support for Scar? Okay. I'm on board with these changes. I really am. This isn't horrible. I like this. Thanos, I don't even have Thanos. I got all my Series 3 cards, but I don't got Thanos. Sabretooth. 3-4. When this is destroyed, return your hand. It costs 0. Oh, God, they're buffing Sabretooth. I hate that they're buffing something in Destroy. Many are saying 3-5 is the new 3-4, and they may be on to something. We've been fairly happy with how many of these 3-5s are working out, and we expect to make more changes over time to balance out the range of power among our lower cost cards as the game grows deeper. Sabretooth is fairly analogous to Black Swan as a vanilla card with no effect unless you lean into during deck building. But Destroy-based decks are also very competitive when it comes to exactly which 12 cards make the cut. Yeah, they are. Destroy decks are quite strong. Interesting change. We'll see if people start using Sabretooth. A free 5 power is nice at the end of a game, but, it's Sabretooth, so it's like, It does help Venom a little bit more. Angela. After you play a card here, plus 1 power. That's 2-2. New. After you play a card here, plus 2 power, but she's a 2-0. Pardon me. Oh, my goodness. Angela's back. The metagame has shifted to create more power space for the small ball decks that leaned heavily on Angela to scale for late power, so we're adjusting in kind. Will this be enough to return decks like Silky Smooth to the metagame, or do they need more help? Time will tell. Interesting. 2 power, but they have nothing to start with. That... it's going to be insane with Kitty Pryde and Elsa Bloodstone and Hope Summers. I might participate, but I'll be intrigued to see what people can do with it. Oh, the Baxter building can wait a minute. Sorry, I won't eat during all these. Baxter building is plus 3 power if you're winning that location. Plus 4 power instead. Yeah, I would get it. That's all for this week. That's all. Pretty simple stuff. Good changes all around. Interesting changes. Not really much else to say. Discard gets a slight nerf again, but not in the terms of hella. I'm going to say traditional discard gets a nerf. Apocalypse, that type of stuff. An Apocalypse deck. But I still hate hella. I hate every deck. If you're not playing a game correctly, if you don't hate everything. If you hate everything in a game, you're playing it correctly in a game like this. Thanos will be interesting. I think the best change is probably Crossbones, really. I'm curious to see how Crossbones and Angela work. I don't think Sabretooth is going to get thrown into Destroy decks. It's pretty... Wolverine is already great. Deadpool's fantastic. Venom's great. Carnage is a good pickup for, 8 power. Helps you get the Venom going. So I feel like Sabretooth might not make the cut for discard, but we'll see. Overall, good changes. good, quick little changes. Thanks for watching this OTA balance patch for Marvel Snap. I appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. If you ever want to watch live, come watch live on twitch.tv/Burr. I play a good amount of Snap, but yeah, thanks for watching.